Hi everyone, welcome to AKN Sprint Education. Myself Naveen, I am the maths mentor, and today's session let us discuss about addition theorem on probability, which is the most important 7-mark question. And which is the theorem? State and prove addition theorem on probability. Okay, they will not give statement, we need to write the statement. So what is the statement? If E1 and E2 are two events of a random space S. Okay, what is that E1? E1 is and E1 and E2 are two events. So what do you mean by event? Event means, for suppose tossing a coin. Tossing a coin is called as an event, or else throwing a die, which is also an event. Event means, did you understand children what do you mean by event? ఏదైతే మనం చేస్తామో ఒక ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చేస్తాం. Okay, getting head or getting tail, tossing a coin, when you may get either head or tail. So E1, E2 are two events of a random space S, then random experiment, and P is the probability function. What is P? P is a probability function. Then P of E1 union E2, P of E1 union E2 is equal to P of E1 plus P of E2 minus P of E1 intersection E2. This is our formula. This we have to prove. So children, if you write statement, you will get 1 mark, and if you write this formula, you will get 1 more mark. So total, if you write statement and formula, you will get 2 marks. No doubt at all, because this is 7-mark question. So try to remember what is statement. E1, E2 are two events of a random experiment. E1, E2 are two events of a random experiment, and P is a probability function. So when I was repeating the statement, you need to remember E1 and E2 are two random experiments, are the events of a random experiment, and P is a probability function. Then P of E1 union. See, this is the symbol of union. Union, see U, that is called union, and this is the symbol of intersection. If you write reverse U, that is intersection. P of E1 union E2. Once if you write, you will get to know. P of E1 union E2 equal to P of E1 plus P of E2 minus P of E1 intersection E2. That is our formula. Children, did you understand? So ఈ థియరం మనము ప్రూవ్ చేయడానికి we have two cases. The first case is E1 intersection E2 equal to pi. This is our case 1. What is our case 1? E1 union E2 equal to pi. I mean E1 and E2 are the two disjoint events. Disjoint means E1 intersection E2 equal to what? Pi, right? I mean there is no elements at all. If the two sets are not having any common elements, we say that they are disjoint events, right? So case 1 is E1 intersection E2 equal to pi, and case 2 is E1 intersection E2 is not equal to pi, children. Case 1, E1 intersection E2 equal to pi, and case 2, E1 intersection E2 is not equal to pi. That's all. Okay, now coming to case 1. What is our case 1? E1 intersection E2 equal to pi. So this is our event E1 and this is our event E2. They both are disjoint events in a sample space S. So let us apply probability on both sides. Probability function, P of E1 intersection E2 equal to P of pi. As we know that probability of an empty set is 0. So P of E1 intersection E2 equal to 0. Children, what is union axiom? What is union axiom? Union axiom is P of E1 union E2 equal to P of E1 plus P of E2. This you have to remember. What is union axiom? P of E1 union E2 equal to P of E1 plus P of E2. So as per our convenience, I can write as P of E1 plus P of E2 minus 0. If you subtract 0 from anything, you will get the same thing. Yes or no? ఎందుకు మనం ఇక్కడ 0 రాసుకోవాలి? Because we know that P of E1 intersection E2 equal to 0. అందుకోసమే ఇక్కడ మనం 0 రాసుకున్నాం. So P of E1 plus P of E2 minus 0 plus E1 intersection E2 we wrote. Hence we proved P of E1 union E2 equal to P of E1 plus P of E2 minus P of E1 intersection E2. That is case 1. Right, children? You need to remember in the mind itself. E1 intersection E2 equal to pi. Then we need to apply probability. P of E1 intersection E2 equal to P of pi. We know that P of E1 intersection E2 equal to P of pi into 0. What is union axiom? P of E1 union E2 equal to P of E1 plus P of E2. So our convenience we wrote minus 0. Minus 0 ante manaku telusu P of E1 intersection E2. Hence we proved. That is case 1. Children, did you understand case 1? Now coming to case 2, E1 intersection E2 is not equal to pi. E1 intersection E2 is not equal to pi. See here, E1 union E2 is the union of disjoint sets. E1 union E2. Union of disjoint sets what? This is E1 minus E2, this part. And what about this? This is total E2. So children, are you understanding? E1 union E2 we want. E1 union E2 means what? This is our E1 minus E2, and this everything is E2. E1 union E2 is nothing but disjoint sets of E1 minus E2 and E2. This is E1 minus E2 and this total E2. So let us apply P of E1 union E2 equal to P of E1 minus E2 union E2, because which is the disjoint sets of E1 minus E2 union E2. Again, from the union axiom, P of E1 minus E2 plus P of E2. But what is E1? E1 is the union of disjoint sets E1 minus E2 and E1 intersection E2. E1 and total E1 and enti this part as well as this part, right? E1 ante E1 minus E2 union E1 intersection E2. So P of E1 from the union axiom, P of E1 minus E2 union E1 intersection E2. So again, P of E1 minus E2 plus P of E1 intersection E2, right? So we know that E1 minus E2, that is P of E1 minus E2 equal to P of E1 minus P of E1 intersection. See here. Here P of E1 minus E2 means what? P of E1 minus E2 means P of E1 minus P of E1 intersection E2. So what is equation number 1? We got equation number 1 is P of E1 union E2 equal to P of E1 minus E2 plus P of E2. So in the place of E1 minus E2, I get it as E1 minus P of E1 intersection E2 plus P of E2. So first I wrote P of E1, then I wrote of P of E2 minus P of E1 intersection E2. Okay, hence we proved, right? P of E1 minus P of E1 union P of E2 equal to P of E1 plus P of E2 minus P of E1 intersection E2. Children, let me explain once again. Second case. If you understand this case, little bit this you can do it easily. Simple. First one is this part is E1 minus E2, and this part is E1 intersection E2, and this is E2. Okay. So as I said, E1 intersection E2 is not equal to pi because they are not disjoint events. Here they are disjoint events, they are not disjoint events. So E1 union E2 is the union of E1 minus E2 and E2. So E1 union E2 is nothing but E1 minus E2 and E2. So that's what we wrote, P of E1 union E2 equal to P of E1 minus E2 plus P of E2. Till here clear? Children, is it clear? E1 minus E2 plus E2. That's what. E1 minus E2 plus E2. That you have to remember. Because E1 intersection E2 is pi. So E1 union E2 is the union of disjoint sets E1 minus E2 and E2. That we have written equation number 1. Now coming to E1, this part. This is the union of E1 minus E2 and E1 intersection E2. The probability function is E1 minus E2 plus E1 intersection E2. That's what. Right? So, therefore, such implies what is E1 minus E2? E1 minus E2 means E1 plus E1 minus P of E1 intersection E2. This part. E1 అంటే ఏంటి? Total నుంచి we need to remove this part. P of E1 minus E2 is nothing but what? This part is nothing but what? From E1 we have to remove E1 intersection E2. That's all. So E1 minus E2 is nothing but E1 minus P of E1 intersection E2. So in the place of E1 minus E2, what we will write? E1 minus E1 intersection E2. Already we have here P of E2, P of E2. First we wrote E1, then we wrote of E2, then minus P of E1 intersection E2. Children, did you understand? What is the function? P of E1 union E2 equal to P of E1 plus P of E2 minus P of E1 intersection E2. Hence proved. Children, you need to repeat, practice twice or thrice. Easily you will get 7 marks. Easily. Okay? Yeah, there is no such a hard calculation parts. The thing is practicing makes man's perfect. Okay, children? Don't forget to hit subscribe button, like it and share it with your friend children. Thank you.